Now place 3 routers. And now place 2 PCs below each router. Place a switch below each router. Use fast Ethernet cable to make a connection between PCs and switch. And make a connection from switch to PC using fast Ethernet to gigabit connection. Now I am just gonna repeat these steps for the other devices. For connecting router to router, we are going to be using serial cables. Now just double click on the router and turn it off, and then place HWIC to T and turn it back on. And now repeat these steps for all the other routers, so we can use serial cable connection to connect router to router. And now go to this notes icon and write down the IP addresses, default gateway and the network for all the connections. I have used Class C IP addresses for the main connections, but you can also use Class A or Class B connection. And now in this step, I'm just writing down the IP addresses, network address, and the default gateways for router-to-router connection. After writing down all the notes, I am gonna assign it to the PCs and the routers. Now go to the gigabit 0/0 and assign the default gateway as IPv4 and write down the subnet mask and turn it on. And now just repeat these steps for the other routers. And now we are going to do the OSPF routing. Make sure we are in config terminal, and then enter router OSPF 10, and then press enter, and write down the 3 networks this router is connected to, which in our case would be So now, in the next line write network 10.0.0.0, 255.0.0.0 area 0 and press enter. In the next line write network 12.0.0.0, 255.0.0.0 area 0 and press enter. In the next line write network 192.168.1.0, 255.255.255.255 area 0, and press enter. And now enter exit or just close manually. So now just repeat these steps for all the other routers to perform OSPF routing. Now double-click on this router and go to CLI and enter router OSPF 10 and then enter the networks it's connected to. Which in this case would be network 192.168.2.0, 255.255.255.0 area 0, and then press enter. In the next line write down network 11.0.0.0, 255.0.0.0 area 0. Again for this router too I am going to write OSPF 10 and press enter and write network 192.168.3.255.255.255.0 area 0 and then press enter. In the next line, write network 12.0.0.255.0.0 area 0 and then press enter. In the next line, write network 11.0.0.255.0.0 area 0 and then press enter. We have successfully performed OSPF routing, and yes, sometimes few packages can fail, but give it few more seconds and all the packages will be sent successfully.